Hi, my name is Penny Hood. I have 3 sons and each of them has really benefited from having vision therapy with Dr. Stephen Gallop. I knew that my youngest son needed some sort of visual help because his eyes did not work in unison with each other, and he could literally turn off one and let it float out while he just used one at a time. And although he could get away with that when he was young, we knew that might be a problem when he was doing schoolwork or later when he was doing things like driving. Through the vision therapy with Dr. Gallop, he is now able to use his eyes in unison, and also his vision overall has improved dramatically. I didn't know that my second son needed vision therapy, but he did complain about having headaches and his eyes being tired whenever he did his schoolwork. And it turned out that he had the same condition as his younger brother, just manifested itself differently. After going to vision therapy for a while, he began to love to read and write, and he no longer complained about doing his schoolwork. And on top of that, he had a great improvement in his athletic ability. One day, there was a pickup game of baseball in our community, and he did not want to go play because he knew that he wasn't very good at sports. I reminded him that he had been doing vision therapy and encouraged him to go try it for just a half an hour, telling him that he could come back then if it wasn't going well. Well, he did return in a half an hour, but not because he was upset. He came flying in the door to tell me that he had hit every ball that was hit to him, and that the coach of his team told him he was really good at baseball. His PE teacher also told me that his skills overall have increased dramatically. There was no real issue with my oldest son, but because his 2 brothers had the same condition, I thought I would have him tested as well. As it turned out, he just had a very minor condition, and so he only had to go to vision therapy for 3 months. And at first he wasn't very excited about that, but after a couple of times he told me that he no longer minded going because he felt that his reflex skills were really improving, making him a lot better at sports. Although there are lots of places where you can get vision therapy, I really recommend going to Dr. Stephen Gallop. The biggest reason is because he has had visual struggles and has overcome them, and so he really understands his patients. And it meant a lot to us to hear about his struggles and how he overcame them, and we knew that he really cared about our boys and his treatment of them. And also, Dr. Gallop works alone, so you know that the therapy is always done by him. At a lot of other places, most of the therapy is done by others and not by the doctor, but you always get to work with Dr. Gallop. My children were greatly blessed by being treated by Dr. Gallop. If you or your children have any kind of visual issues or difficulty with school, I highly suggest going to him for an evaluation. It may just change the way you see the world.